It was somewhat heavy. Yeah, it's nice and clear now. I wholeheartedly accept my position qualifying last. How would that work? Is it the first to not set a qualifying time gets the last place? No, thankfully. Adaptive volume control. Yeah. Obviously someone didn't like being told to stay there. Oh yeah. How dare you expect me to open a door for myself, human? You will do it for me. But that would be the normal way to do it. Not the Rat Boy way though. Fuck. No, I'd actually managed to get to the almost the second carousel clean, and then I was looking to see who joined Discord. I'm not sure if he's got a problem with his connection, because he joins the server, disconnects, joins the server, disconnects, so I don't know. He's only got 209 as his ping. No. We've all seen worse. It is. But with that new force feedback settings that we got, you can take your hand off the steering wheel to go have a drink or tug on your vape. A vape. You can tug on it if you can jet one out in the time it takes to get down that straight. Fair play to you. Nah. Who doesn't like their head being stroked late at night? Yeah. Especially that back, round the back. Do the race, you'll have bragging rights over Darren. Didn't even show. Yeah, but kitchen's where the food's kept, and it's where the coffee's kept. Yeah, but you can't store it there for long. food for later. No, neither can I. There'll be a couple of things I'll eat from the big shop, but I end up going and buying things because there's nothing I want. That's your neurodivergent brain. Because going to the shop every day is kind of hunting for your food. It's the modern day equivalent. Until you go, ooh! Was that other Chris? I thought it was bad. Like, ooh. There. I'm going to enjoy being number one for now. Told you I was going to enjoy it till then. Could have given me a couple more seconds to savour it, no? Yeah, but then you wouldn't have got it. Oh. Do you know what? That's a quality lap. You need more fuel. Go on. So at best, a full tank will give you 54 minutes. A pit stop is not going to take 6 minutes. Who won on BeamNG on our Nürburgring race? I didn't cheat on the Nürburg race. I was driving the car that someone else built for me. How could I cheat? It started off strong and then it just went downhill. I made an engine, but then the engine cost like 200,000, and I thought that might be a tad over budget. Yeah, so I'm just slightly over for the engine. Yes. So I put it in my cheapest car, and you can buy that car for 526,000. Yeah, I was pissing about with the engine maker to try and understand things, but then I realised that I know nothing. And I just twiddle numbers until the exclamation marks blew. So that's what I do, and then the car costs too much money, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? And then it does that whole narrow, make front tyres narrow, reduce grip on front. So I do that, then it goes, front tyres are too narrow, increase grip. You're like, oh, you fucking, oh! Did you give Andres his ballast and his 20 litre fuel capacity limit? He would. He could pit stop every lap, change his tyres. Because that's the... oh, fuck's sake. From my own testing, you can put 100 litres of fuel in quicker than you can change full tyres. They really do. Red Bull need to get in here and speed them up, or McLaren. Definitely can get quicker than a quick fit fitter though. You think? Chris, when you start finding the back end going, try just applying a tiny bit of power. No, it seems to be as long as you're not like as long as you're not completely off the power, it doesn't want to rotate as much. You got this. that'll be Kevin joining, and then his wife hanging up, or his kitchen hanging up on him. Like, I'm going on the Discord. No, you're not, says the cooker. I will trip the breaker. You mean like if we have a special qualification pit exit? You would be doing it on cold tyres. It might not in quali. Yeah. Yeah. That's the other thing about this haptics, pure haptics. You can feel the difference between the curbs and the cobbles. Yeah. I can definitely tell the difference between curbs and tips, that's for sure. Oh yeah. Man, your head out now that I've turned headlights up. Headlights are bright. And I take it there's... I'm assuming there's no way to restart it, preserving qualifications results. I've already set a lap. Look, hey, I was gonna crash. There will be crashing. Daytime or nighttime, there will be crashing. Oh, do we have Phil or Phil's wife tonight? Oh shit, what was all that? Oh, the Crown Busters of the Sea! Do you know, man, they'll clear up any mystery. I did get on with new Inspector Gadget. I don't mind the films, but there was a reboot cartoon series a few years back that my son was watching. And I was like, it's not the same. They kept the whole thing up there. Penny, was it? Was that her name? What was the dog called? It was not. It wasn't his name. Did you just say yes, yes, I'll allow it, yes? That's what it sounded like. That's because it's got your janky physics mod on again. Never got on the COD. I was a Battlefield man. I was 1942. I'm old school Battlefield. That too. Oh! Yeah, the whole conquest tickets and shit. Oh, that's what I liked about it, and it didn't feel, because they were bigger, much bigger battles. You weren't likely to get taken out by the same player over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, unless you were really unlucky. I liked that, and I liked Mag. It was a PlayStation 3 title. Massive action game. The 256 player matches were fucking brilliant. But oddly, that's why I jump onto Battlefield. Mainly 1. 2142 is fine and all, but 1 is harder, and I suck at it. I'm wondering why Andrews hasn't set a clean lap yet. He's at the second carousel. I see Phil's parked it as well. Set a time, parking it. I think you're allowed to pit and rejoin, as long as you don't kill anyone. That's weird. The texture for the cobbles, the feedback starts just before the guy in the pit. This guy here, when you roll through him, just as you approach him, you start feeling the cobbles, but you're not on the cobbles. Oh, there goes Andres. There we go. Oh, Nick's off again. He's like fucking going for it. I'm gonna do the same. I'm not going back to the shed. Not got the time for that. Yeah, man, I go out to the shed. It takes longer than 20 minutes. Yeah, but I'm one of these that I just go out there and I end up watching videos and just enjoying the evening. If I could be arsed, I'd drag my big arse battery down and get the telescope running. And then that would be me. You'd not see me for the race. It'd just be a random car sitting on the start-finish line. Reenact Nick parking his car on the start-finish straight and then just nipping away for a second. I know. It's the fact that the car's rock solid. It's like it's concrete fitted to the ground. Was that the GT3s? Right, well, I'm going for a slash. Probably not the best thing to announce on a stream, but who cares? Do you want to hear me pee? Excuse me? The receiving end of what? It. You disabled your cheats? I think your anti-cheat system kicked you, as a reminder. Nick, could you be any more up the whale's arse there on the way out the pit? Yes, as I found out the other day, with Nick spinning at a particularly high speed bit. There's just nowhere to go, and at that bit you that's the path you're going. Steering wheel input's optional. That's for driver reassurance, nothing more. Are you using a long gear ratio or a standard one, Nick? Is that thing? What are you topping out on the straight? That's about 180 miles an hour. Sorry, blue whale. I saw a gap, I was squeezing through it, and then it just sounded like somebody kicking a metal bucket. It was perpendicular to the track. On them for not realising they were danger. When you joined the server, you signed a waiver. You accept that Ratboy is a danger. Is the danger. You're like a Pokemon trainer for cars. You gotta catch them all. Well, the famous people and faces turning up hasn't worked so far. See if I fucking go in and find Jimmy Savile and fucking Rolf Harris. Can we not just have Sooty? bit of sooty. I'd take a bit of sweet as well. That's the wrong show. That one wasn't. That wasn't a deleted episode. That was a Christmas tape. Yeah, it goes out as the delete. It's claimed to be the deleted first episode or something daft like that. But no, apparently they for Christmas they would film a mock episode for fun, just taking the piss, only to be shown at the Christmas party. I'm not. And I'm getting lots of air. I've done one. Well, did Jack shit enjoy it? Top tip, give him a reach around. No, Jack and Jill are dead. Yeah, the top of his head. He fell down the well, and where's Jill? She's at the bottom of the fucking well with him. Because Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. There are two kids lying at the bottom of a well. No. He's dead. Exactly. They pushed them down the well. And where does it say that Humpty Dumpty was an egg? Apparently he was a cannon. Yeah, apparently it's the name of a cannon that when it fired, it fell down and it broke into pieces, and when a cannon fractures you can't rebuild it. Why all the king's horses and all. Ah, that got hooked. Oh, that was my outlap. Oh, you fucker. That's fucking terrible. Borknagar, you can go. I want upbeat chill songs, I don't want fucking death metal. A few names I've never seen before. Hansen and Goplin. Hansen Goplin. Sounds like the start to the Weird Al. I don't know. Not Weird Al. Offspring. Pretty Fly for a Lie guy. Oh my god! I can't even get out. Pretty Fly for a Rabbi. Mecha mecha hai mecha heini heini ho. Yeah, because he also did Amish Paradise. That one, Eat It, is quite a good one as well. His version of Michael Jackson's Beat It. Albuquerque's fun, but that's not really a piss take. I like his word crimes. his more recent one. But it's a complicated love song I like. His cover of Avril Lavigne's Complicated. First chorus is how did I know it would make me constipated, and then how was I supposed to know we were both related, and how to go and get myself all decapitated. Fucking Weird Al. Yeah, there's a show that Devin was watching for a bit that Weird Al was actually doing all the music and shit for. That? You were loud, then you went quite quiet, so I couldn't hear you. No. No. Yes. Well, it should be if it's been saving. You should already have set up the pit setup I had sent you. So it should put in about 3 or 4 laps of fuel. Look at the pit strategy, pit stop strategy. Same menu that you'd find your setups in. If you go set up, you'll see pit stop strategy. I've got it set to give me 45 litres, and then I've set of tyres. Well, you know where you do when you go to the setup menu. Do you not have? Is it not underneath suspension? Huh, I've got it. Nice one. You've done a lap. My last lap was 24 minutes long. Well, if you've got my setup, hopefully it should do a pit, but the arrow keys on your keyboard will allow you to. So if you go into drive, you see in the bottom right, do you have a thing that says like 1, 2, 3 presets and all your fuel shit? When you're just click drive so you're ready to go, do you have a pit stop thing up somewhere? Press an arrow key. Right. Force another piss before this, because this is going to be an hour. Sits on top of your PC, will shut your PC down. Chris, do you want to share your screen? Let's see if we can find out what the fuck's going on with your pit menu. What? Right, so if you go into your pit menu, you know where you do your setup and shit. Yeah. Huh. Why do you not have... Huh. Okay, well hopefully that setup file that this has been tweaked off of, I've noticed in mine it's saved a pit stop setup file for it each time. So hopefully, because yours is unchanged, it'll want to put in 45 litres after 6 laps. So you want to have about 5 laps of fuel in. So I'd say 5 point something.
Radio check. That's the end of the session. P7.
I mean, I was doing so well, I was going to start like 3rd for a bit, and then fucking Andrus and M240 had to ruin it for me. What do those symbols mean? In pit lane. In pit. Ah, okay. Chris, go and drive out into track a little. And press an arrow key once you get out. Hopefully you have enough time.
Air and track temps are increasing. Air temperatures now 26. Track temperatures now 37 Celsius.
Nothing?
You're all clear. Stay behind the line.
Come on. Come on. Oh. I like how it says Chris left, but it's t'other. Yeah. He's just quiet. Yeah. And did you just say you're so Italian? Oh, right. Now that he said I'm so Italian as a way of explaining you being quiet. Oh, alright, no, we didn't annoy him. Somebody else disconnected. It is. Oh my god, Van loads your ping is 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds. I think he's away to disconnect. 4 seconds. 4.3 seconds. I reckon there's going to be about 8 or 9. Oh. Well, he's still apparently connected. He's now at 5.5 seconds of lag. VLN? Saw a video clip, unfortunately AI voiceover, talking about Citroen C1. Is that their little version of the Aigo? Folk that they're actually racing that now. That's a fun little cut. Alright. I'm starting with more. I've got just under 6 laps of fuel in, so after 5 laps I'm going to pit, and then I'm filling up. Might change my tyres, I don't know. I thought I'd build a pit lane strategy. Not run out of fuel. There's no fuel rats here. See, there's a chance here.
Okay, Jamie, get ready.
Oh, Andres has left. Quick, close the connections. What? Yeah, a full tank will not last race distance.
Oh no!
Alright, I just got lemmings in my head. Yeah, used to love it on my Amiga.
Be ready.
Well, I feel safe in the knowledge of if anything happens to me, if I fall in a river now. A couple of nights back, somebody was crossing Diamond Bridge, crossing the River Don, and they thought they heard a splash, so they called the police and emergency services. They had a fucking helicopter and everything searching the river. And it's been deemed a false alarm with good intent. It's like, holy crap, you rolled that out as a just in case somebody's fallen in? I feel safe knowing that if I fall in. But it was like 1, 2 in the morning it was going on till. You could hear it up here. I'm watching a helicopter watching a helicopter do that, you know that thing where it reverses and then spins round and heads off. Watching it do that without losing altitude is pretty damn cool. Lights guys, good luck. Go!
Green.
Go!
On your right, clear, car right. 3 wide, you're on the left. Right side's clear, car right. Clear right. Yellow flag. You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Please, Jamie. On your right. Clear right.
Oh no!
Clear
I'm
left.
sorry, I can't control it, I'm not in control!
Orders for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines. You've got to watch these track limits.
$140 my back left is.
Yellow flag, watch out. The gap to your wow ahead is increasing. It's now 3.4 seconds. Come on, watch these track limits, please, Jamie. Yellow flag. I'm sick of telling you, watch the bloody track limits.
I'm getting in trouble from my crew chief. No, I keep running wide and using the barriers to get round corners.
Yellow flag.
Oh, sorry, Chris. T'other, yeah.
Clear left.
I followed him off the road, and then I was rear-ending him because we both got into the same bit of track, and he just stopped. Chris. My least favourite section, third gear section.
You're reeling, P9. In. The gap is now 2.1 seconds.
Me.
Yellow flag.
There you
Caution.
are. Alright, boy. I love how your trail of smoke carries around where you were driving. Oh, no, it wasn't you. It was Blue Whale. He kept it going.
The gap to 8th place. Ahead is now 1.6 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, Jamie, the pit window is now open. P9, you're better than this, the car's better than this, get it together, man. We'll need to pit for fuel by lap 7. We didn't record pit timings. The fuel estimates are not going to be great. in front of us is Iwal. Gap to E8, ahead is increasing. It's now 3.7 seconds. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Hansen is now leading. To Iwal, ahead is now 4.6. Fuck's sake, Jamie, if you don't stop cutting, we will get a penalty. Track limits, come on. The gap to P8 ahead is increasing. It's now 8.7. Gap to 8th place. In front is now 10 seconds. Jamie, track limits, come on.
I do wish somebody would get crew chief to understand the difference between cutting the track and crashing. When you slam into a barrier at 100+ miles an hour and he goes, for fuck's sake, track boundaries, you're like, oh, fuck off.
The gap to your while ahead is increasing. It's now 13 seconds. To your while ahead is increasing. It's now 14 seconds.
And Blue Whale is dropping me like 5 seconds a lap, if not more. All of Darren's points for the next 5 seasons are up for grabs. The Council of Scots have spoken. Well, you've just gained a free position. The Whooper left. Well, technically you have my position, because my position was 9th.
Okay, Jamie, you're reeling V7 in. The gap is 14 seconds.
Race would have been well and truly over before it truly began, if it was on.
to 7th position. Ahead is now 14 seconds. The gap ahead is now 14 seconds. That's a new fastest lap for Andreas, 6:36.
I wish I had somebody to slipstream right now.
P8.
New personal best. 6:51.69. I'm getting lighter. I've now lost about 37 litres of fuel burned. I'll be happy getting a 49.
The gap in front is now 30 seconds. The gap to P7 ahead is now 13 seconds. it together. You keep cutting. Keep it between the white lines or we'll get a penalty.
That's a big crash.
Yellow flag. The gap in front is now 10 seconds.
You're almost halfway there. Ah, fuck! Just spun.
Alright Jamie, the next car is Van. Fastest lap for Andreas, 6:33.8 seconds. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
Yeah, I did. Four. Well, I'm on lap 4. There's folk on the leaders are on lap 5.
The gap to Van ahead is increasing. It's now 12 seconds. Van ahead is pitting. Three laps of fuel remaining. The guy in front is Iwal. Jamie, watch the track limits, please. The gap to 7th position. Behind is now 18 seconds.
Could have been worse. Could have been less. Do I change tyres or do I not change tyres?
Watch your speed limit in the pits. Okay, Jamie, you should be coming out into clear air. When we exit the pits, we should be in P9, a few seconds behind Nikolai. Clear on pit exit.
About 50 litres is what you want to be carrying. I know, but you want 50 litres in the tank. You don't have to fill 50 litres. So about 50 litres is what I burned through.
P7 is closing the gap. It's now 8.5 seconds.
Did you put on new tyres? Well, mines were just leaving the high grip phase. Don't know if Phil changed his tyres.
Yellow flag.
Somebody crash.
Yellow flag.
Holy fuck, that was close.
Behind is now 6.8 seconds. The leader, Andreas, is pitting.
Andreas is going to the pits.
Car right, clear right. Okay, Jamie, don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. That's 20 minutes to go. the gap to 6th place. Behind is now 0.8. P5.
We got a fight for 5th place here. Nope. It's Phil and I. No, I got past him. But he's keeping in touch with me. Just under 16 minutes left, guys. 16 minutes.
1.7 seconds.
Bye.
Okay, Jamie, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Stay calm, keep it smooth.
Counts.
Pay attention to track limits. Please, Jamie. The gap to P5 behind is now 2.7.
Like this section, Phil. It's what I call third gear section. It sucks. The goal is not to power slide a GT3. Or drift, or whatever the hell you call it. Don't do it. It's not quicker. And it's scarier. It is cooler, I'll give you that. It's like drifting the old hairpin at Donington. Looks amazing. Hurts. See Blue Whale's back on the charge. He must be on fresh rubber. Or she, I don't actually know. There we go. Cetacean, sorry.
E4.
No, cetaceans, that's what whales are. Whales, dolphins. That's what I moved on to after dinosaurs as a kid. Whales. I thought cars were cool, but I never really... My brother was the car guy.
Okay, Jamie, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Gap to P5 behind is now 5.3 seconds.
I finally figured out why my mini-map doesn't show players in practice. Classes other players as traffic. And it's set to hide traffic in free roam. But oddly, it's only for people that connect after me. It sees them as traffic. So I think it's if you're doing one of those, is it no Hesse or something? Where you do the weaving in amongst the traffic. Oh, that was a big crash.
Just cut the track. Okay, Jamie, we've just cut the track. Just done at 6:33.1 seconds. Okay, Jamie, you've used half your fuel. It's gaining on you. The gap is now 6.1. We've been warned about track limits. Remaining, 5 minutes left. Alright, Jamie, come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits.
One more. There'll be one more after this. He's gonna trigger another lap. The 2-hour race coming up.
We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Jamie.
How much did Darren pay you? I'll try my hand at racing just about anything, but not spend any money. You normally do that when it's the worst cars that you can imagine. How do you think these would get around Monaco but ruined? Yeah! The V8s.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Oh, my hands are aching. Andrew's about to trigger another lap.
Took the win.
Yep, that's it.
The gap to Iwal behind is now 1.7 seconds.
And I think I'm about to lose 4th place.
right side. Hold your line. Still that right side's clear. Come on, Jamie, don't let him get away. Clear right. Car right. Still there.
Oh, you
Still there.
fucker!
Clear right.
I was still there! Ah,
Clear
fuck!
right. Right side's clear. Come on, track limits. You're taking the absolute piss now. Podium finish. Excellent stuff. Let's try and keep this momentum going.
Still got third. I've got enough for one more lap. No worries, dude. Happens, dude. Happens. Won't do me much in the points, but don't know where it'll put me in the standings.